It's another edition of Bystanders at News 10, specifically Friday. And we welcome you all on the program. Of course, I'm Michael Adekunle. Say thank you to everyone watching us presently from different countries. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, TGIF, the weekend edition of the program. I will say thank you to all the viewers for always keeping in touch with us on the platform. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, today's program we have crucial stories, crucial news to be discussed. And one of the stories we'll be discussing this today is about the meeting of the 36 states governors and the presidents over the states of the nation, insecurity, hunger, and all of that. And we are here to review this together, both the reviewers and the viewers all over the world. Okay? Can we have this day displayed on the screen? If we don't have it, let's leave it. Let's quickly read it out to the viewers from here. All right. Tinubu 36 Governors Mall creation of state police to meet again on modalities. They are trying to consider the state police. Of course, we've been clamoring for this for a very long time, and they had a meeting together in Abuja to see what they can do about this. Of course, insecurity has ravaged the land, and we need to get out of this mess. Don't forget that the president has also ordered the National Security Advisor, the DSS, the Inspector General of Police, to go after people hoarding food in the country. The hunger crisis is still on, and we need to put a stop to it. All right, Tinubu orders security agencies to go after people hoarding foods. That's what we have here. Tinubu governors agree on state police as on insecurity. You can see it on Vanguard newspaper. And on the issue of hoarding of foods, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Thursday ordered the trial of the National Security Advisor, Nuri Badu, the Inspector General of Police, and the Director General of the Department of State Service, Yusuf Bichi, to collaborate with governors and go after those hoarding foodstuff. This is a fallout of the President's meeting with state governors in Abuja on the current food crisis the country is facing. Don't forget that protests broke out in Niger State last week over the rising cost of food items in Nigeria, which may also have attributed to the hoarding by some middlemen. In Kano State, the government had to confiscate 10 warehouses said to be hoarding food items in the state. It's a serious issue in the country, and we can see the move by the present-day administration to put an end to it. Tinubu governors agree on state police to work with governors, National Assembly to put mechanism to engender state police. President orders NSA, DSS, IGP to deal with foodstuff orders. Says no to food importation. Says no to food importation. To train forest rangers to man forest. To train forest rangers to man forest. Governors urge to pay salary arrears, gratuities. Rep starts the General Police to implement community policing. On top of the paper, Sultan will be Mon Asagba. On climate change, NNPC Limited, Total Energies, JV, achieves zero gas flare. Down the paper, CBN bars immediate repatriation of all IOC's forex earnings. Down the paper, we still have another story on page 9. Nigerians hungry due to Tinubu's shambolic economic policies, says Articles 8. This day, newspaper at the newsstand. Tinubu, 36 governors, more creation of state police to meet again on modalities. The rider orders NSA, DSS, IGP to clamp down on orders of food items. Say no to food importation. Approve training of forest rangers to man forest. Still have the same stories on the front page of this day newspaper. On top of the paper, what do we have there? CBN restricts exports proceeds repatriation by oil companies. Christopher Kolade, NSGX visits Wigwe Ogunbanjo's families. Higher food, energy prices pushed inflation to 29.90% in January. That's what we have here. All right, we have our reviewers here to dissect issues with us. Both reviewers and the anchor together. All of us will be dissecting these issues together on this edition. I say good morning to Matthew. Matthew, how are you doing?
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome on board.
Thank you.
All right, on insecurity, you can see the move by the president of Nigeria and the 36 state governors. They've agreed on state police. I think it's what is needed at this point in time. Of course, we've been clamoring for this. Would you allow this move by the governors and the president himself?
Let me start by saying it's a good one. And let me encourage the president and the governors to summon courage and see it through. You understand that it's in the preliminary stage. There will be consultation along the line. It will take some time before they conclude on it. But I think it's the way to go. Because whether we like it or not, Fulani is the problem of Nigeria. In Benue State, all the crises we are seeing, they are the center. I just read that in the senatorial district, over a space of 3 months, about 500 persons have been killed in Benue State. If you look at the crisis we are seeing in Plateau State, Fulani is the problem. Even all the bushes in the southwest, in the south, in the southeast, they are the ones that go in there, hibernate there, and cause problem. What will happen is, if you allow state police, what will happen is, the governors will now recruit personnel who will go for the interest of protecting the people. The problem we have is that the command and control system is not working, and Fulani seem to have infiltrated into every strata of human endeavor in Nigeria. So I will encourage the president, the governors to summon courage, because what you are seeing is not going to come easy. I must tell you that it's not going to come easy. So we encourage them to summon courage to see it through. Because under Muhammad Buhari, Fulani herdsmen operated without restriction, with ease. The chairman of Mietiala, we understand that he was arrested by DSS. Yes. And I think that is the way to go.
And they are not even finding it easy.
No, I think that is the way to go. No, you see, I've said it often times that if the current government want to earn support of the people, they should deal with the Fulanis. So the Fulanis are the problem of the country when it comes to security. I'm not saying there are no good Fulani. Don't get it twisted. There are some good Fulani. But a good number of them, even the former president acknowledged it, that these people come from all other parts of the world. And because of the nature of our porous border, they find their way into the country and they perpetrate crime. Look at the Sariki of Iganga. Look at what happened under Sunday Igboho, how Sunday rose to prominence then as a result of the excesses of the headers. So for me, the state police is the way to go. And I encourage the government to summon courage and get to the end of it.
On the clampdown on food orders, it's the latest development in the country, as the president has ordered the National Security Advisor, Badu, DSS, and other security agencies or agents to get them arrested.
Arrest
them out. People that are hoarding food.
What do you mean that are hoarding food? No. The issue is demand and supply is a natural phenomenon that fixes price. I disagree with government on this.
I don't think you have even sabotaging the effort of the
No, what you mean sabotage? Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. I served in Jigawa State. Naturally, harvest season, food are cheaper. But if you get to the season where that is not the harvest season, that particular food becomes more expensive. So the issue is, if you go to all these places in the north, you see a lot of stores. What these traders do is, during that season where it is cheap, they'll buy and be storing it, waiting for when the season, the harvest season will end, they will start selling. The implication is, if you allow everything to be sold, of course, consumers cannot buy everything at that time. Now, asking somebody to, under compulsion, to sell what they have in his store, I don't think it's the right way to go. Will you not go to a beans shop where somebody have bags of beans and open it and say, public should come and take it? Who said that if you go to stores that deal on beans, for instance, that they are no longer in circulation, that is because they are holding it, you cannot see it? I don't think that is the situation. What we are seeing is food inflation. The price of buying those things is skyrocketing. Not that you are not getting it to buy. Let's get it right. So it's wrong for the government to start going after people who own store, start opening their store and giving their goods out. Because we are saying that the price is escalating. And the reason is not far-fetched. Because farmers are finding it difficult to cultivate because of insecurity. The exchange rate to buy maybe fertilizer and all that is an issue. Even if we are not importing all this food, what is happening is the man who produces, he needs to buy one or two things that is imported, and the price is escalating. He will in turn go back and increase the price of his own. That is what is happening currently in Nigeria. The man who is producing millet, for instance, millet is not being imported, or the man who is cultivating beans in the north. By the time you want to buy sugar that is imported, the price have increased. He will now go and increase the price of his own produce so that he have more money to meet his financial obligation. So the government should go back and address insecurity, address exchange rates. Look at the route they are taking in addressing exchange rates. They say diaspora remittance. In the first instance, they say there's no incentive again. After that, they have gone further to say if they send money to you from outside the country, you cannot receive it in dollar. They say the banks will exchange it on your behalf with the prevailing exchange rate at the official window. Do you know the implication? That may have affected diaspora remittance. As we speak, the current exchange rate at the official window is 1,500 and is running. So what I'm saying, the government is not getting it right. The CBN, as a matter of urgency, has to go back to the drawing board. Mr. President, Senator Bola Tinubu must come clean on this. Because whether we like it or not, the economy is suffering. Nigerians are suffering. Our economy largely depends on crude oil. Crude oil is the major area of our foreign earning. and it's been threatened. I understand that recently our exports in terms of number of crews have dropped. So for me, instead of chasing shadow, the government should, one, go and address the exchange rate. Two, solve the issue of insecurity. Food inflation will come down.
And on the issue of insecurity, we have reps telling the Inspector General of Police to implement community policing.
They should not, no. They should not use that to divert attention of people. The same thing Buhari did that time. When people were yearning for state police, you know what Buhari did? He went and introduced constabulary police. These are just mere neighborhood watch that do not bear gun. They don't do anything. That could just move around in the society. Two things, they go and report to the police and the security agencies. That's not what we are looking at. What we are looking for is state police that will have the capacity to combat crime. And to have capacity to combat crime is to bear the category of arm and even more superior arm than what the bandits are bearing. We are talking about AK-47, AK-49. They should be licensed to bear it. That's the way to go. Like Amatek, for instance, is the way to go. But empower them to bear arm constitutionally. We understand that the Office of the National Security Advisor, which everybody occupies now, have a duty to give an end-user certificate to any individual or group or government that intends to import gun. Without that, you cannot operate. You cannot use it. Look at under Wike as governor of Rivers State. They acquired a military helicopter. The military helicopter was to complement the efforts of Nigerian Air Force in combating oil thefts. But do you know that the federal government under Muhammadu Buhari refused to allow them to use it? Because they could not get any certificate from the Office of National Security Advisor. At a point, the government of Rivers State under Wike were forced to donate the same chopper, military chopper to Nigerian Air Force. So what we are saying is, I like the idea of state government synergizing with federal government to see how to solve this problem. And I like the idea of state police. Telling us another idea of community policing is to divert our attention. We don't want it. What we want is state police.
All right, moving down to the comment section, we have Chimeze Uwerem saying that even the weather in Nigeria is suffering. Very, very hot and humid. Of course,
no, it's a very terrible situation in Nigeria. The heat.
I don't know.
Before you move from here to here, yesterday I was dehydrated seriously. I started looking for water like a child. I'm telling you, the way your throat will get dried. I don't know, I pray that God send rain. I understand that in some part of Lagos there was rain yesterday. It rained yesterday.
Hope the gate of hell has not been opened.
No, God will have mercy on his children.
All right, we see how the Chima here. The diaspora Nigerians are no longer sending their foreign currency through banks since they initiated that policy.
That is the problem.
They it with them to Nigeria.
I said that is the problem. You know, when you want to solve a problem, you create another problem. Before now, black market was always higher than official window. I just said 1,500. I'm even hearing that it's already 1,600 at the official window. But man, let me tell you, I did a quick check the other day about diaspora earning remittance to Nigeria. According to World Bank record, at the exchange rate of 700 something naira to $1, Nigerian economy was supposed to receive about 17 trillion this year. Do you see that how humongous it is? And if you look at the dollar at that rate, we are looking at about 20 billion US dollar. Very close to our national budget. And you are toiling with it with policy that is going to boomerang. So for me, I think the government must look inward and look at where they are getting it wrong and correct it. Because if you make a policy that is not favorable to these Nigerians abroad and they refuse to send the money, at the end of the day, the economy will suffer it.
I think some viewers are looking at it from another direction.
Okay.
The statement made by the president that yes, the National Security Advisor, Inspector General of Police, should go after food orders. Andrew Ogujimi is saying that our governance don't know, maybe our government don't know solutions to our problem, so people can't store food again.
No, that's what I was saying. If you go to every shop where they sell food, whether rice, beans, gari, name it, you will meet those items in the shop. What we are complaining is the price.
And money to get it, to buy the food.
So going to open your shop to auction it is not the solution. People need money. The price of those things need to come down.
Very, very important.
So that's the issue.
And I think we should learn from this pastor, Primate Ayodele,
okay,
one of the pastors that have foretold the economic hardship we are presently facing. As the leader of Inri Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Ayodele. He launched palliative market. That was last year, which this is the second edition that was done on February 14th this year. Gave people free food, provisions, and all of that. And he made a statement here. And what did he say? President Tinubu should wake up. There is hardship. People are in pain. And in order to checkmate these palliatives, the government should have markets across the country. That's the issue of distributing foodstuff to the vulnerables, to the poorest of the poor. He said it should have markets across the country where food items would be subsidized for citizens. That's what the man said. And he has made it possible, at his church.
No, the issue is, according to government,
don't you think the government should also emulate?
The issue is, according to government, we have our strategic for grain reserve, from where government, from time to time, address food scarcity. But the problem I have, Mr. Mike, is oftentimes when you say you want to address food security scarcity through that strategic grain reserve, do they get to the recipients? Of course, obviously, no. The other time they said they were giving 5 billion worth of grain to each state. Did they get it? So I think the government have to deal with personnel who are saddled with the responsibility of delivering, doing all this job. Because until you do that, it is very difficult to ensure that every government intention and purpose will yield results.
All right, thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate you for coming on board.
Okay, I go now.
Lucky, good morning to you.
When I was shouting about hunger, people were laughing at me. Now it's biting everybody now. Now nobody is talking about education again and other things again. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. God bless you. I love you all. Nigeria is passing through needle.
You have insecurity, you have hunger, you have heat.
Anyway, we should thank God that we have heat.
Yeah.
What of those in abroad that have snow? If the snow comes here, what do you think will happen? All Nigerians will die. Even using snow to cook. Road, houses, cars, are being covered by snow. So everybody has it. It's the time that we have heat. The only thing is that we don't have is that no light, no fan to at least to absorb it. Now, issue of the food. I was so disappointed for this federal government yesterday. I was expecting Tinubu to say they should bring out some border from the south, open border from the south, allow people to enter. He now rather abandon, no food should enter, no importation of food. But it's very wrong. Why? Why?
It seems we have surplus food.
Where is the food? Is it what I buy food with a heavy amount stuff for the house? You want to go operate it? Just like what happened in Lagos Island yesterday, when a trailer of rice cheaper of yam. Did you saw it? We
have the videos there.
Somebody buy yam, take it to market. Before you know, everybody started teaching out the yam to poor people. So is that how we find ourselves? People, you should go to warehouse, and some of this is very dangerous. Some of this food in warehouse for years must have got spoiled. I'm telling you the truth. Remember COVID? They brought up fake rice and fake beans. It can cause bad habit in your system. So telling soldier, army, IG to go to warehouse and start looting, or I don't know, giving order for them to bring up, it's not going to work.
don't forget during COVID-19 lockdown, that happened.
Some of the food
They
they brought,
ordered food,
some of the
houses,
some of the
while
food
the
they brought
masses were
was
suffering.
some of the food they brought was bad that time. Some of the rices, some of the state complained that this rice have been kept for years, and that's not the solution. What is bringing not the solution? So that's yesterday he said, is this Southern? He said, Tinubu, people are hungry, that they can no longer ask people to wait. Before you know now, things will happen. They can longer begging about people again. Anything can happen any moment now. Now you are not telling people that who is planting now? Nobody go to farm now. I don't understand me. We are talking about insecurity. The basket nation, food nation is Benue. Benue have been facing a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
So you expect them to go to farm? Every day I see more than 10 trailer or 11 trailer coming to Lagos with food farmers. They are not farming, they are coming to Lagos. If you see them with bikes, they are coming to Lagos every day, and I take your camera there, you see them coming to Lagos. They don't. Is the youth? Is it those men? They can farm. The youth are supposed to farm. They are coming to Lagos. What are they doing in Lagos? Riding bike, selling pure water. I get me. See them now. Most of this pure water in Lagos, they be said by this aboki. Ice cream, because they can't go to farm. Their pay not be kidnapped. Now you are now. Why don't you allow food to come in? Patronize Benin patronize you. What are you telling IG to do? To go to a small shop, to go evacuate their food, they buy with heavy amount. How much for bag of cement? Now bag of cement is going to 7,500. Before you know, house rent will increase. What are we talking about? Is it? And both the state government, I don't blame president alone. I still blame the state government. What are they doing with their money they collected from the president? I learned that president asked PDP governor, you say we are becoming gradually to Venezuela. The money I gave to, what did you do with the money? They can't answer.
Somebody say back of his mess is 10,000 naira lucky. I don't think so. It's not.
When I saw yesterday, maybe today.
7,500.
Yeah. Yesterday was 7,500. Today I have not even. See, now dollars is going almost at 1,600 plus. Okay, what are we? I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Because Nigeria is going through hardship. When they say the weather, yes, the weather no light. Yesterday I listened to the Minister of Power, angry, telling the disco that if they cannot produce light to the people to use, they should pack their business. And another way around, you are telling the president to remove subsidy for NEPA. Are you hearing? If they remove subsidy for NEPA, that will be buying a unit per unit. Lagos State can decide, or every state can decide to put unit for 1,000 naira, even more than the fuel. People will no longer use generator for anything again. If you go to Capital Village, if you go one shop, one beauty, more than 100 generator. More than 100 generator. So, Nigeria has this money. Nigeria has bad power. As it is now, I expect Tinubu to at least. That's why I like some of these aboki people. I don't know me. Now, I listened to one analyst from the North this morning. They were asking him, what are you doing with the Northeast development? Money you are collecting federal government. They are saying they do. What are you doing? You are not farming anymore. What are you doing with the money? He's not telling that Niger Delta collect money. Say your own. Don't mention Niger Delta. Let's deal with that side. I know Niger Delta have collected a lot of billions, which they did not use it very well. But they are not crying the way the northern people are crying. I get them crying for food now. But another thing is that go and check their border. Food are coming in. Why Tinubu don't allow our border? Allow food to come in. I'm telling the truth. Why are you blocking? People can't farm now. Just for 6 months, allow food to come in so that food can come down. We are not talking about the Perry Road. Nobody's asking Tinubu to road for us. What they're asking is we want to eat. We want to eat. We need light. We need water. We are not asking to do road because every government I want to do road. I do that. Leave road now. Let's eat. If you don't eat, you can't stand. Things are so difficult. We are not about politics now. We're talking about what we are saying. Nigerians are hungry. So, Emir of Kano, I expect top of Lagos to come out to some king in Djibouti, on those states, they are talking. Everybody is talking. Is it? Are they waiting for another thing to happen before they know they can give out food? Sending army, sending police, sending this thing to go and do what? Yeah? A bag of rice, 70,000. What are we talking about?
Now let's quickly move down to the comment section. Fad, prices of commodities are different according to your location. That's what Fad is saying, which is true. It's the fact. I'm making what you call Mr. Lucky. Farming all over the world is no longer the use of crude implements. They should adopt mechanized system, provide incentives to real farmers that will attract people into farming.
You see, I understand farming. People are still trying to farm, but the fear is that
insecurity on the farmland.
Okay, look, there was a guy that had a tractor. I went to see the tractor, but I asked the guy why. He said he's afraid. Sometimes they can't with all this Fulani in the bush, where they have almost about 10 acres. I don't understand me. No policeman there. If you always suck at all these cattle area and the Fulanis with knife and other thing. If they attack you, only you, who will rescue you? You can walk for how many kilometers you don't see police and army. They only remain in rural area like Lagos, all these township. See, instead of them to go inside the bush and protect these farmers. No, you see, not that people don't want to farm. I get me. President wife say we should plant farm in your house. Is it my landlord that always give me quick notice every month? Every month, quick notice to go out. I'll go and plant a small garden in the house. It will take me to court. I get me. So I think what another thing President said, a price control can work. No, you know go to that price control. Do it. All the options they gave to you, you condemn it. It should do price control. If I know Gary is 10,000 now, let Gary be in Enugu 10,000. I get me. Let Gary be in Kaduna 10,000. Then we know how to budget. Not that if I go to Lagos, Gary is 20,000 naira. I go to Kaduna, Gary is 30,000 naira. You don't do that. At least cement. Anywhere you go before cement page is 5,000 naira, 5,000 naira. But you see, we should have price control. The president said, I can't go there. You cannot open border. You cannot import. But I did not tell the president that food is coming in from the north. Let me tell you.
Are you sure food is really coming from
what
the
are you? Look, if food did not, let me tell you, if food did not go to north, they will protest the whole day and trust them. Is it where we go? We don't talk in our south here. You from what will I say it? From Diroko to Songo, more than 1,000 custom checking point, police.
Do you think if food is coming in from the north, the Sultan will be complaining?
I told you last week. Look, what Sultan is saying. He listened to Southwest, he listened to South, he listened to Southeast. That food in the north. If they don't have food, they will protest. They will burn everywhere. I trust them. Now, what Sultan is saying, the food is getting short. There's the food there. I told you, I saw the governor of Borno went to the border, saw trailers coming in. He's not complaining trailer is coming in. He's complaining that the load they are carrying is too much. Don't you listen to him? Go back to the trailer, I'll get it, I'll show you. He said the load they are carrying to the Borno, they will spoil the road. It's not saying they should block it. But go and check our border. How many trailers coming in? There's food there. You know the professor of North. You think they don't have food? They will protect. Go and find out. Nothing is coming here. The northerner that's supposed to be bringing food, by the time they carry one trailer, they spend 1 month on the road. Council, police, road safety, soldier, be collecting money from them. But those food, useless. I get me. But don't look at it. Changing minister, changing doctor, changing. Nobody see. We can't talk. They are really serious hungry. Well, you see, the salary is enough, and those who are helping us from abroad, we are trying to block them. Tinubu should look. I don't expect Tinubu to do that.
Are you in support of state police?
Yes, state police. Yes. I support state police, but the problem is that who will monitor them? Tomorrow, if you have state police, governor will use it. Governor will remain there, but it's a good thing.
They are working on it now. They are considering it.
Even the House of Rep, no, the State of Assembly, it be controlled by the government. That's why the law those one make is going to be controlled. But let's just do it. Let's try it.
Can it put an end to the security challenges?
It's not going to put an end.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
A hungry man doesn't know what he will find a way to eat. The man you are giving gun, you don't pay him well. You think we don't use that gun to point the next neighbor? Go and check most of this robbery, this kidnapping. It's just some of this neighbor. We always say Fulani. So people they arrested from those states. The head man there is from where? Is it Fulani? No. The man they say they arrested. That old 80 years old man. There's a name they call, I forget it.
President?
No, the man they said the papa 80 years old man. They arrested for Ekiti. They sent those people. Is a Fulani man?
Okay.
80 years old. I didn't know anything can happen. No. Police can tell you say A or B, anything can happen. I don't trust anybody anymore.
Even the Fulanis are complaining presently.
If everybody is complaining, so there's hunger. It's like the purpose doing this, either to destroy their government. I don't know. God, no, if they want to frustrate you, they can frustrate you in anywhere. They use Boko Haram to frustrate Jonathan out of office. Now, Emilio come. I don't know whether he's the one doing himself or the Jonathan. I don't doing it. Now, they know that if they, don't forget what they used to stop Ojuku war is food. They stop the food. So, now, everywhere now, people are complaining no food. The uppers, the chief, the emir, the sultan are complaining people are hungry. Something have to be done. I get me? So, creating state police is a good thing, but without one stop insecurity, without one stop people to go to farm, I know he's trying terms of vigilante. If you travel from Okada to Ondo, from Ondo to Auchi, okay, just say from Auchi to Ondo or Auchi to Okene, you see vigilante everywhere. All this vigilante everywhere. How many police do you see there? With their tail gun. They are trying. If not so, kidnapping will rampant in that road. But if you go to from Ondo, the express to Benito East Road, you see police here, the network vigilante, and they are very serious. That's the police. My only problem is that government should not turn it to their own this thing. Which already do. Like person accused of them, we just attack everywhere.
In times of election.
Yes, now they will use it, and before you know, they'll give them gun, no uniform, and they have to do the duty of the governor. So a lot of things are happening. So Tinubu should sit tight. I will tell you like, should sit tight so that they will not do something that will make him angry. Because he travel or from this traveling you are traveling is not the solution. The solution is that give the solution. Everybody is angry. Everybody is angry. State police, no state police. Government will use them, but let's do it. Let's just try it. If it's 2 years, 3 years, let's try it and see if it work. After all, they are still going to employ those. This government will still employ this Aboki people to be guiding them. So that's it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank
God
you
bless.
so much, Lucky. Chinedu, Michael, good morning to you.
Good morning, viewers.
Yeah, can you come closer to the mic?
Okay,
All right, you're welcome on board.
thank you.
All right, we can see that what we are facing presently in the country is as a result of the policies of this present administration, being run by Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Presently, you know, we are facing a security crisis, food security. Food insecurity is there. Hunger, another problem. Let's forget about the weather. That will come and go. It's a normal thing. Now, there was a meeting held on creating, also on the creation of state police, and we talked about it yesterday. That can it go a long way in solving the problem of security we are facing in the country? Another way around, when you look at it and the way these governors go about elections, don't you think there will be an abuse of power as time goes on? If at the end of the day this is implemented, Michael.
Yes.
Or if it is allowed.
Yes. Thank you for having me. The truth must remain that at this point in time, we must give it to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's from my own perspective. I give kudos to him for, understanding and pushing and trying to push for a state police. For me, that's the only cheering news I was able to take away from the meeting he had with 36 governors in Abuja. I give him kudos to that. That's okay for me. The reason is this. Apart from they have been given that mandate to work out modalities and structure it properly, on how it is going to be run or how things is going to be put in place in that regard. I think it's a welcome development. The problem, the advantages, nobody's going to be accusing anybody if it is fully implemented. But I still want to look at how they're going to structure it with, governors of the respective states, so that we will not be entertaining fear, whether it will become a weapon against some political positions in that regard. I still want it to come down a bit to local government level. Like I have always said on this platform, some time ago, about 2 days ago, I said that security is local. That is just the fact, And by the time we bring this structure down to local government level, you understand? That is when, that local government as it stands now, depending on the security threat of that state, the police at that local government level need to be well funded and armed. Because the security challenges we are having in Zamfara might not be the same security challenge we are having somewhere in Bayelsa or Ondo State, or you understand? So it will not depend on how this thing will be looked at and be handled according to the issue that is on ground within that state or jurisdiction. Kudos to Bola Ahmed Tinubu on that regard, and I believe that. But the only problem I have is that there was no time frame. We are not, it's just, if we have said, okay, within 3 months we're going to receive report, and of course, run with the implementation, because actually the whole thing is running out of hand. I remember some time ago, just a few weeks ago, somebody from the north was trying to defend a young presidential aspirant of one of these unpopular party, made such statement, that Boko Haram is protecting the interests of the north. And the Fulani herdsmen is also doing the same thing. You understand? But it shows that there are certain understanding about some leftists, left-wingers in the north who believe that, the interest the federal units, let me put it that way, to run security for themselves. I think it's a good development in that regard.
All right, I think the Fulanis are seriously hearing it. They are feeling the heat under this administration. And the youth have said that the president has betrayed them. How do you see
my brother, are you going? Like I said, the quest for state police has been on. The quest, the same thing, but this is part of the restructuring, we are talking about. This is part of the reform that is expected, we are talking about. That is why sometimes I used to have this kind of reservation about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, having known where he came from, during the days of Nadeko. This is somebody we know that is a pro-democrat activist. You understand? And at this point now, I'm beginning to see some of those things that is expected, especially this latest move he has made in that regard of state police. It's a very welcome development. Let me tell you, a lot of people, a lot of them, they might not be comfortable with it because it is going to put the advancement, of the caliphate agenda down to the south in on hold. Then, my brother, them two should sit down and think inwards. If they really want Nigeria to, remain, they should start thinking on how to use Sambisa forest as ranch. They can ranch as millions of cows as they want over there. Yeah. That is just the truth. So why are they now big one? And that's why they're not scared. And at this point now, trying to expose. Must they take this cow on the street and destroy people's farm? This is part of what we are talking about. When this issue of Boko Haram Fulani herdsmen started, I know that a time will come that Nigerians are going to have a situation like this where you have food security. Because if you look at the art of war, the principles of war, hunger is part of it. Yeah. When you start destroying people's source of living, when the farms in Nigeria were being set on fire,
farmers were being killed.
The rate of production on that sector will continue to go down.
Even food will be stolen by these bandits.
That's what I'm telling you. And a time will come, they will begin to have a direct effect of those actions.
Yes.
Which
will eventually lead to inflation.
Of course, it's contributed. Yes. You understand? It's that's what we are saying. But because the government, as at that time, does not see it that way, maybe he have some level of sympathy for the people who are actually going about the state, destroying people's farms, destroying people's livelihood, destroying people's stocks, and you think those things will not have consequences. You understand? And that is part of. Okay, look at Benue now. Do you know how many farmers that were killed? How many acres of land that were destroyed? Right. People are even afraid to go to farm. So the issue of security now comes in. But why I am having this is that I expected the president to make a pronunciation in that regard. Maybe after the consultation, maybe subsequently by next week or thereabout, he might say, okay, you will now have this time framework, to submit your report. 2 months, 3 months. I want to see speedy implementation. If they are afraid to fund it, and they can, give that selfless service, governors leave looting, lose corruption, they can fund state police conveniently. And I want Mr. Tinubu to look into the issue of local government autonomy. Very, very important. Look at how, this local government at a point in time, they can go into, even if a local government in Lagos can go to as long as Zamfara, Ondo, Kogi, to acquire land and start farming to take care of its local government. It's possible.
And that's to boost our.
Yes, it's possible. But these are the things that need to be put in place, and that's what we have been agitating for a very long time for now.
It's also part of encouraging local farming.
Of course.
All right, we have on the comment section Andrew Dijumi saying that state policing must include local hunters equipped sophisticated weapons with good salary. I think he's making a very good point here, Michael. What?
It's just that's the fact, that's the truth. There's no doubt about that. That's what we are saying. I mentioned the issue of corruption. If the governors can be sincere enough. You understand?
Pay them well.
They can fund it. You understand? And they go through normal training. An officer should go through. You understand? If it can happen under Akere Dolu, you have Omotekun functioning very well. Yeah. Equip them with cars. Those that will man the borders in the forest. They should also be equipped with, not only sophisticated current technology. Yes. This thing can be run overnight. You understand? So that Nigerians can feel a sense of belonging in their country.
All right, thank you so much, Michael. That was a very brilliant contribution. Oyedepo, Michael, how you doing?
Adekunle Michael, good morning. I'm good.
Welcome on board.
Greetings to our viewers across the world.
All right, you're watching and saying good morning to you as well. Michael, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? There is a meeting going on over the creation of a state police in the country, which, of course, Nigerians have been clamoring for a long time ago. Michael, how possible do you think this would be? And do you think these governors will not abuse power given to them to control the security of their states? That's the fear outside now, Michael.
Thank you. State police, the quest to have state police has been on long before now. Don't also forget that the current president has always believed in that position even before he became the president and all of that. So state police is the way to go if we must contain this level of insecurity that we have always been having. The fear or the reservation I am having personally is that political will that has always been lacking when it comes to doing the proper thing, especially from government. So in my estimation, I don't see it come to pass in the nearest possible time, yes, and that's the truth.
But they are considering it.
See, talking about it is one thing. I know a lot of things involved in really implementing the state police and the will to do it. You will see things unfolding very soon about it. There will be resistance in some quarters and all of that. That is left to be seen. But even if it will come to pass, I don't see it in the next 2 years. That is the truth. Except a particular region choose to go in that direction and implement it. Probably becomes a regional thing. But to be coordinated nationally, it will take time. It takes some time. These are things that, because the legal framework is not something that can be done within a short time. It will take time. There will be consultations. There will be a lot of town hall meetings and all of that. So it's something that will take time. But by and large, it's a good step. It's the right thing to be done. For the fact that they are even talking about it, we salute their courage. So that's my view on that.
It also shows that they are concerned about what is going on in the country. Now, away from that, let's talk about the president's move on putting food on the tables of Nigerians. Why are people ordering food when the president, I'm talking about the number one citizen in the country, has ordered the release of food items for Nigerians? Why?
He ordered who? I don't want to believe that he ordered.
Don't forget, 2,000 tons of grains. It was ordered to be released about some days ago. 102,000 tons of grains, rice, this, that. Also said to have been released.
You know the way they talk about these things, as if you are releasing grains for in the poultry setting, as if you are trying to just pour out grains.
And I wonder where they release it to.
You know,
this is just something a pastor did just a few days ago. Palliative market.
I'm aware that there are strategic reserves being run by federal government and all of that. But the question is how much of grains do we have in those reserves that we keep making noise about 42,000 metric tons of grains to be released. Where did you see anything being released anywhere? So as regards holding, you cannot compare someone or anyone to sell at certain price. Ordinarily, it is market forces that should be determining the prices. It should be a matter of what is being supplied and what is being. The more supplies you have, the lesser the price. Just as, I mean, the simple economic factors. That should be the proper thing that should be playing out. See, the truth is also that it is not because food is not available, and I think we are beginning to miss the point. It is not really that food is not available. We have stores on this line. I can cite some grains even from where I'm standing now. It is the purchasing power that is dwindling, and we must begin to separate the two. It is not that people are looking for food. It is the purchasing power that is being threatened. Let me use that word. That is making it. So it is not about the hoarding thing that government is claiming. Do people have what it takes to get those things? Because the prices the prices are just going up
On daily basis.
the food is available, and we must confirm that the food is available, but the prices we are getting to hyperinflation gradually, because the moment you cannot you let loose of pricing, and prices cannot be controlled, cannot be contained, then you're already looking at hyperinflation in the face. So that is where we are at the moment, and except something is done, we all know the factors that contributed and all of that.
Right, thank you so much, Michael.
Many thanks, Mike.
All right, and on this note, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join me next time on the same platform. I remain Michael Adekule. Behind the camera is Malik Adeyemi. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.